Hello everyone and welcome back to another tier list video. I'm saying that with a big sigh, as you might have seen by the title. And God, is my hair fucked. Okay, whatever. As you might have seen by the title, yesterday we ranked all the whiz babes of the world. Today we're ranking all the whiz bros, the cutest whiz boys in the spiral. Realistically, it's just gonna be the same as last time, except now there's actually a slightly wider selection of boys. I found this tier list, it works, everything's fine, so we're just gonna get into it. I already have to sneeze. Ever since that person in my comments said you sneeze every video, I now cannot get it out of my head that I do actually sneeze every video. But whatever, we'll just troop on until I do sneeze. First is chest of drawers. Now, he's basically under the Imperious curse or something. He basically is controlled by Lord Bramble or whatever, and he's just kind of a dick when he first meets you, and just in general, but that is because of the mind control. I personally don't like him all that much. I'll put him in a C tier for Chester. He's not that bad. Aegon, who does the meetings, the daily quests. I like him. Aegon's a cool name, from Game of Thrones mostly. Pretty cool. I'm gonna put him into A tier. He's a cool dude, let's be honest. What is it, the ancient one or the watchful one something? The one. He's kind of cool. I do like him. He kind of gets sucked into a giant hole before he can do anything. But actually, you know, I'll put him in A tier because he reminds me of like Winston Churchill mixed with FDR. He's got that World War II vibe to him, you know. Next is this guy who I might need to inspect element for a few of these because I realistically have no idea who they are just based on the picture. But this is Milos Bookworm. He helps you in Dragonspire. He's a librarian, which is kind of cool. It means he's smart. I'll put him into B tier. He's pretty sick. I feel I'm not ranking them based on cuteness though, is now my thing. I'll keep it the same, but instead let me elaborate on some of my choices. You know, Aegon's cool. He's got that one eye looking ass, and this guy's got a top hat and enough tentacles that I know exactly where he's going with those tentacles. You know, there's a lot of tentacles there, so we're just gonna continue on. The others stay the same. Next we have Spock. I don't really like him. He's too purple for my taste. I'll put him in an E tier. Next we have the Celestian dude who is Qyburn Stellar Gaze. I don't know who that is. I'll put him in a D tier. He's a Celestian. I don't really like the Celestians. They're kind of dicks. Next is this guy, who I think is Crolin Silverheart, who's a PvPer, but I'm pretty sure he's underage. And being underage is anti-Pog in regards to ranking them in a cutest Wizboys collection. So I'll put him there. Next we have Beans, who I will put in a B tier for Beans. He's pretty cool. He's got a nice set of hair on him, and he's kind of dummy thick, not gonna lie. Next is Nosferatu, who is a vampire, so that means he knows how to suck, if you would say. The longer I make this, the less I'm enjoying it, actually. I feel like last time it was bad. This time it's just as bad. I expect it to be less bad, but it's just as bad. Next is Professor Winthrop, who's pretty cool. He helps you find things. He's well learned, a cool dude. Cyrus Drake, he's a bit of a dick, but honestly, he's what you would call a tsundere, the archetype. You know, I kind of like him. I think I'll put him into S tier. The first S tier. Let's be honest, he's pretty sick. Next is this person who I don't know who this is. I'm inspecting element on a lot of these. Oh, this is Meowiarty. That didn't look like Meowiarty. Meowiarty we'll put into B because, you know, he's a dapper looking gentleman, but he's kind of a dick. Let's be honest. So we'll put him there. Next is the bizarre guy, which, let's be honest, is really sick. He's got like 2 swords on his back or something, which is really cool, and he sells you stuff. So that's that. This is Duncan Grimwater, I think. Yeah, this is Duncan Grimwater, but when he's joined the Cabal. So I'll put him in underage anti-pug. There's the sneeze I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Jesus Christ, that was a violent sneeze. Anyways. 1 second, let me blow my nose. Alright, I'm back, and now that I don't have to sneeze, I can focus my full attention on the Wizboys. Where did I leave off? Duncan Grimwater, he's underage. Can't deal with that. I don't like it. Next is Rasputin, who, this is before he's kind of the rat. I don't know if there's the actual rat on here, but I do like him. He's honestly rather charming, to the point of being, you know, enchanting even. Puts you in a trance. That is how hot this man is. I will put him into A tier for now. Actually, he could go to S tier. I'll put him in S tier. He's pretty sick. Then we have Professor Lincoln, he's got a beak on him. I'll put him into B tier for beak. He's kind of cool. Next is Nolan, I don't remember what his last name is, but he goes into underage because he's underage. Milos Barker is fit as hell. Look at those arms. I will put him into A tier. Next we have Gamma. It's Gamma. You could put Gamma into A tier as well. Gamma's pretty pog, not gonna lie. Next is the Harvest Lord, who, you know, he's a pumpkin. He's the Harvest Lord. I'm not really into that, so I'll put him in a D tier. But next we have what is his name? Greenbeard. He's the overprotective dad in Caerleon. I'm gonna put him into S tier because everyone loves a protective man such as him, and honestly, he's pretty powerful. So I'll put him into S tier. I do love power. Next is Mallory Ashthorn, F tier, not F tier, and underage tier because he's underage. Diego the Duel Master, let's be honest, is a pretty cool dude. He's got this whole Diego vibe, you know, to him, which is just really cool. I do really like him. Next is Saren Nightchant, I think. I'm gonna put him into underage because that's where he is. Next is Dr. Jackal, who looks pretty cool, but he's kind of a dick, so I'll put him into C tier. Zeke is probably the most powerful character in the game. He follows you around, probably in your backpack to every world, because how else would he get to the world before you, or at the same time as you? Especially ones like Chrysalis. How did he get to Chrysalis? I don't know. But anyways, Zeke is probably the most powerful character in this game. I'll put him into S tier. If there was a tier above S, I would put him in it, because he's Zeke. This is... Wait, was this pork and then this is beans? Wait. Yeah, okay, no, that was beans. This is pork. Pork's pretty cool. I'll put him into B as well. They kind of go hand in hand. I think that's who this is, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I know I keep having to inspect Element, but I just don't know who half of these characters are. Next is the Castle Vendor. I'm going to put you into F because I never have used you, and I probably never will. Also, you're a turtle. I don't really like turtles. F tier. Next, we have Alhas Red, who's pretty cool. I'll put him into A tier for Alhas Red. Teaches you balance spells. Ancient as hell. Also a gilf, but a grandfather I'd like to fuck instead of grandmother. So that's kind of where he belongs. This is the Quake Charmer, and let's be honest, he is quaking your... Quaking. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but he's doing something to you, and yeah, he's pretty sick. Now we have this guy, what's his name? Judge Veg. Yeah, he likes his vegetables. I also like my vegetables, so I'll put him into B tier. He's also an Aussie, which is pretty cool. He's from the Down Under. Pretty sick. Next we have Malistaire, and let's be honest, he can go nowhere but S tier. He's pretty cool looking, a badass. He's a bit of like, he encapsulates what I like to call emo, which is just being, you know, dramatic as fuck, pretty edgy, wears black all the time. I feel like that describes him pretty well, so I'll put him there. Next, we have the Nameless Knight, or what's his name? Sir Mallory, yes. Honestly, let's be honest, he's pretty cool. Despite trying to overthrow King Artorias, he's pretty sick. So I'll put him into A tier. Man, this list does not have a lot of low-end characters. Wiz just really likes making their male characters just incredibly likable, don't they? So, you know, that's fine. Belloc, fuck you, Belloc. You're disgusting. Go away. Next, we have this guy. Oh, this is this is Myson in King Detritus, the guy who you couldn't skip the dialogue of before. He's underage, so I have to put him there, but that's funny. I like him. Next, we have Ivan, who is thick as hell. A absolute legend of a man. He goes in S tier. Arthur Weathersfield, he's D tier. He's no Alhas Red. King Artorias. Let's be honest, he is by far the best character in this entire game. If I could put him above Zeke in the above tier above S, I would. Just such a legend. He's so attractive, you know? I can't put him anywhere but S. Next, we have the ice dude. I'm just gonna put him into E tier. I don't really like him all that much. The only time we really talk to him is when we're first introduced to the professors, and then when we do that quest where we go into like Zafaria or something and find like past cave drawings. I think this is in Polaris. I don't really care for him all that much. I think he's kind of meh. Ozzy, based on Ozymandias. Well, that's his full name in the game, but he's based on the poem Ozymandias. The King of Nothing, I believe. I'll put him into A tier. He's a pretty cool character. I do like him. Ignis, who, let's be honest, can hammer me into non-existent. I keep making these like weird euphemisms that aren't even euphemisms. They're just straight up like, yeah. He can hammer me into non-existence. I'll leave him there. Next we have the fishing guy. I'm gonna put him into F tier for fishing because I fucking hate him. Next is Devim. Oh, one of the most legendary characters in this game. He is strong as shit. I'm putting him into S tier. Next we have Balder Goldpaws. Put him into B tier. He's pretty thick. He takes you to Grizzleheim. He's kind of cool. Dworgen. I'll put him into A tier, similar to Alhas Red. He's a gilf of the highest order. He's also underground for a lot of that, so that's cool. Sorry, my throat's getting fucked because I'm talking too much. Next we have Bellstrom. I can't pronounce your name, so putting you into C tier. He's a frog. He's kind of dapper, but he's never been my favorite of the characters. He's kind of cool though. Next we have Skull Malistaire, who's like Malistaire but Skull version. He's not as hot, but he's still pretty cool. He's got the angel wings, which are also cool. Let me take a sip of a drink because my voice is actually breaking at this point. All right, that's a bit better. But you know what? Let me just pause the video until my throat's not fucked. All right, my voice is a bit better now. Malistaire as a skull is not as attractive as Malistaire, so I'll put him into B tier. Next is Emperor Yoshihito. We spent so long trying to heal him, and then we do. He's a pretty cool character. Let's not lie to ourselves and say he's not. He is a badass of the highest order, but he is no S tier character such as these up here. Definitely an A tier character, not gonna lie. Is this Nick Jonas? This is Nick Jonas. Nick Jonas is kind of hot, not gonna lie. I'll put him into B tier. That's pretty sick. Next is a fire elf. I'm gonna put him into E tier. He's a bit small for my tastes. I'll put him there. The Bat, let's be honest, it's basically just Batman. We'll put Batman into S tier because he's honestly awesome. Hades the Unseen, pretty cool. A little bit too bird-like for my taste, but let's be honest, he can't go anywhere but S tier. He's a thick boy. Actually, you know what? I'll put him into A tier instead, because the beak does turn me off a little bit, but he's still pretty cool. Next is Old Cobb, Grandfather Spider. I don't like spiders. I'm gonna put him into C tier. Usually I would put him a bit higher, but I just don't like spiders, and I can't deal with that. Bartleby, he's got some wood on him, if you know what I'm saying. He's packing heat. Lord Gobblestone, big boy. I'll put him into A tier for just the sheer amount of thickness. Next we have Thaddeus. Not Thaddeus. What's his name? King. It's King something. King Gamp. King Gamaggio? Yeah, okay. I'll put him here. He's a bitch. No one likes him. Next is the crab guy. What's this? Cromwell. I never really liked Oliver Cromwell in real life, so I don't really like him because I don't like the last name Cromwell. All right, next we have Stewie in the Arcanum. I say Stewie because he literally sounds like Stewie from Family Guy. I'll put him into B tier. He's kind of cool. I like his wings. Oh, next we have Von Trapp, who's probably one of my favorite characters in this entire game. I have to put him into S tier. Honestly, he's making booms. Yeah. Merle Ambrose. Honestly, yeah. There's no other place he could go. He could shove his staff wherever he wants. The longer I go on with this video, the more I'm regretting it, similar to the last one, but I'm going to upload it anyway, and no one can stop me. Next, we have Poseidon, who has a 3-pronged staff, a bit better than Hades, and he's also the Earth Shaker, and he can do some shaking if he wants. Next is Silenus. I don't really like Silenus. He's a bit too old, and he's also a bit too goat-like for my tastes. Next, we have Panda Man. I do like pandas. Or Koala Man. That's not a panda. That is not a panda. That is a koala. Marsupial. I'll put him into A tier. Next, we have Zane. Pretty cool dude. I do like librarians. I'll put him right up here with Milos Bookworm. Pretty cool. Zeus is, you know, he's got me thunderstruck. Cue the AC/DC. He's pretty cool. Next, we have the Scorpion, who's not nearly as cool as the Rat or the Bat. He goes into D tier. He's just a bitch. Sorry. Lord Nightshade. I'm going to put him into E tier because I don't like him. Next, we have the Bear. Balort Broken Fang. He's from the gallery. I remember him. He's a bear. I do like bears, but I never liked them too much. My voice is, again, breaking. I don't know what's wrong with it right now. It's probably because I'm doing my video voice instead of my actual voice. My actual voice is entirely different than my video voice, just so you know. I think it's fucking my throat right now. I don't know why. Maybe I just talked too much yesterday. I think I just talked too much yesterday. That's the problem. Next, we have Gladiator D. Macaris, who weaknesses you constantly. I just don't like him. Next, we have Raw, who, let's be honest, he's raw. And also, what was that noise right there? Oh my god, by the way, my throat is actually getting fucked, so I just need to hurry up through the last few. Next is Rattlebones, who is extremely powerful in the Rattlebones Exalted, but is kind of a bitch, so I'll put him into B for bitch. Shane Von Shane. The first Shane Von Shane's cool. Second Shane Von Shane, not very cool. I'll put him into B tier. The first one that's like the death version of him probably is like an A or an S tier. The second version of him's a C or D tier, so I'll put him somewhere in the middle of that. Next is the actual rat and not Ratsputin. I'll put him into A tier. He's probably the coolest of out of the rat and the scorpion, but he exists. He's an A tier. Is this Khan? Yes, Khan. Khan is one of my favorite characters in this entire game, and he is a Chad. I'm putting him straight into S tier. Look at the amount of people in S tier. Honestly, yeah. Ghost Dog is a solid A tier. He's a pretty cool dude, a ninja. Cravenly the Lion Hunter, I'm putting him into F tier because fuck him. Is this Spooky Bob? I think Spooky Bob's underage despite being dead, so I'll put him there. Okay, this is this is Xerxes, right? Yeah, this is Xerxes, who's the Scorpion's like human form, who's a bit better than the Scorpion. I'll put him into B tier. Still kind of a bitch though. Next we have the scientist guy, the Goodwill Ambassador. I'm gonna put him into E tier. I don't like him. He's a bit too happy for my taste. Next we have the professor in the catacombs. I'll put him into C tier. He's a bear, but he's kind of he's a history professor, which I do like history. So you know what? I'll put him into B tier. Next we have this guy, Wolfman, with wings. Omen. Oh my god, it's Omen. Sorry. I'll put him into S for his last name, Strybog, I believe. Next is this guy, who is Shamis. I don't know who you are. So I'm gonna put you into D tier because you look pretty hot. That's kind of funny actually when you think about it. I made a funny joke there. You all have better laughed at that. And next is the quiz guy, who I'll put him into B tier. You know, I think that's a pretty good list. The Chrysalis music is rather intense right now, but I need to end this video. As you can tell, my voice has progressively and steadily declined throughout the entire video, but now I'm here and I'm ready. This was my Wizboy tier list. I hope you enjoyed it as much as the last video. I know that my voice was fucked this whole time. I'm sorry, but I must continue on. I will upload every day if it's the last thing I do. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like, hit the sub button. I appreciate all the support recently, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a fantastic day.